Howdy Rangers, welcome to another Midweek Coaches Show. We've got some fantastic things to highlight today as we get into this time of the year, both academically, athletically, extracurricular. There's so much going on here on campus. So I feel like the show's going to get longer and longer and longer as we get further into the spring, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing to celebrate these wins and everything going on our campus.
We want long lists of victories.
Yeah, we'll take it. And today's exciting because we get to talk about 4 wins that happened last night. So let's start with our girls basketball team. They are currently 8-4 in district. That puts them in a solid 4th spot. They have got 2 games left versus Champion and Piper, sitting in a really good position to make playoffs for the first time in a couple of years. Yeah, they had a huge win last Friday against Veterans Memorial, and then last night they went over to Canyon, and I watched them on Cougar Network. They had an awesome win. They were behind, I believe, most of the game up until the 4th quarter. Ended up pulling out a 47-39 win versus Canyon last night. Didn't really get to talk to Coach Sutherland this morning because he was back in practice this morning, but just some things I saw. Sammy Carroll plays fantastic defense, great kid. Izzy, Sai, Allison, Heaven, they all do a really good job. Mia Perez is back for them. So I just feel like everybody's clicking, moving into the most important part of the season. So congrats to them. And then huge congrats to our boys basketball team. They got a huge win last night here at SV versus Canyon. They won by 3, 60-57. Nice. They had built up a big lead. Canyon did a good job of kind of coming back, but talked to Coach Thornton this morning. He was all smiles. So that's a huge win for them. Gavin Laundrie had 25 points, played lights out. He was really fun to watch. We've got a lot of younger kids stepping in because of some injuries, as Coach Thornton talked about last week. And it was just really cool to see them against a team like Canyon that we care about. Be able to pull off that win. So lots of smiles this morning in boys basketball practice. Girls soccer is 3-0 in district. So last Friday they had a 7-0 win versus Seguin, and then last night had a 9-0 win versus Wagner. Just doing a great job, peaking at the right time, had a really tough preseason, and I think Coach Atkins is really pleased with what they're doing right now. So same thing for Coach Boss. They are currently 2-0-1. So 2 wins, 0 losses, 1 tie in district. Those 2 wins coming last Friday against Seguin. They won 3-0. And then last night here against Wagner, they pulled off a 7-1 win.
Yeah, wow.
So 4 big wins for the Rangers last night. Super exciting.
Great start for both soccer teams.
It is, And basketball, like I said, peaking at the right time. It's just a really good time for Ranger athletics. And speaking about Ranger athletics, this isn't necessarily our teacher of the week, but there is a huge group that we wanted to shout out this week. If you know our trainers, Brian Zettler, Rodney Murray, you know that they are at everything. And when we talk in a little bit about all of the sports that are going on right now, it pretty much means that they're up here all of the time. And we found out that this month, January 2024, our athletic training program was named the AAATA Student Athletic Training Program of the Month. And that is just a testament to what BZ and Mr. Murray do, how hard their student athletes work. They cover every single game here on campus, which is a lot. And especially this time of the year. They are selfless people. They are up here, not just up here, but they're helping our athletes. They're encouraging our athletes, not just through injuries, but even through mental setbacks. Sometimes you'll see Mr. Murray having that conversation or BZ building a kid up. And as a coach, I just appreciate what they do. I think that it's an incredibly underrated profession. And the student trainers that put in sometimes even more time than the athletes. We just wanted you to know that we are proud of you and thankful for you. And a huge congratulations to our entire athletic training program for this award.
Yes, athletic training program, they are such hard workers.
They are.
And it's, like Coach Miller's talking about games and practices, and it is a huge time commitment. So we are very proud of this program.
Yeah, and to not necessarily get the wins and losses, this is their win. And so we wanted to celebrate. Congratulations on winning that athletic training program of the month.
Yeah. Another teacher that we want to highlight this week is Cindy Johnson-Hunkin. Cindy teaches, Miss Johnson-Hunkin teaches English for us. And she steps in to fulfill campus needs. She's a part of our writing center, our SAT boot camp. She's eager to help and share resources whenever she's asked. She's just a great member of our staff. We very much appreciate her. And then our student of the week, Chase Lineau. I'm sorry, Chase, if I butchered your name. But Chase is one of the nicest kids. If there's a mess to be cleaned up, he will help stay and clean it up. He participates in class. He has a pre-K buddy that he helps tutor as part of the education class, and he takes it very seriously. He wants to think about how to reach out and help younger kids. And so that's really important. You know, our kids wanting to impact the next generation as they come up. It's an important part of education and building our society. So thank you, Chase.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, so we are going to go to swim.
Yeah.
Swim, Coach Miller and I went last week to the district competition.
We
We're
did.
moving on to regionals, so we're going to kick it over to Coach Hill and Coach Duckworth.
Yeah.
And they're going to tell us a little bit about what's going on in the next round for swim.
Thank you, ladies, and we're at the midpoint of the show, and as we do each week, we try to highlight a sport, an ongoing sport, and get the lowdown from their coach and bring you up to date on that particular sport. Today, as you can tell from the background, we're at the swim pool here at Smithson Valley, so we're focusing on our swim and dive program. And Coach Heidi Duckworth is with us today. Thanks for being here, Coach.
Of course.
All right, and bring the Ranger fans and the community up to date on what's happened in the swimming and diving season up to now.
All right. So we started at the end of October, and we just had districts in end of January. And in between, we've had a lot of good swims, a lot of best times, a lot of improvement.
Well, good.
So-
Well, talk to us. You mentioned district.
Yes.
We had our district meet just a few days ago. How did our teams fare?
They did great. Girls ended up getting just barely second overall, and boys ended up third.
Okay.
Girls won 2 out of their 3 relays, and boys won 2 out of their 3 relays.
It's
So
a highly competitive swim district.
Yes.
Who are the other notables besides Smithson Valley teams?
Piper was
Right.
there. They did very well, and Canyon.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. And so second and third, as you mentioned, and then of course, what does that mean for those? I mean, who gets to advance? Again, you may have some people who aren't real familiar with the swim world. What's next and for who?
So we have regionals coming up,
Right.
February 9th and 10th at the Southwest Aquatic Center. And our top 6 in each event move on to regionals.
Okay.
And we have 18 who qualified.
Wow.
So
That's boys and girls combined.
boys and girls combined.
Okay.
And the top 2 from there will move on to state.
Okay. Well, feel pretty good about their chances as we go.
We're excited.
Okay.
I think we'll have a couple that can do it. So.
Good. Good. Well, Ranger fans, we hope you'll join us on those days and at that site, and we'll probably I'm sure the ladies will touch back on those results as we get them here in a week or two. And thank you for being on today, Coach Duckworth.
Of course.
And we're going to send it back to you, ladies.
Thanks, Coach. Congrats to Coach Duckworth and all of our swimmers for a fantastic showing at district last week. We look forward to watching you guys at regionals next week. And as always, we'll be here to let you know how it goes. Speaking of things coming up, let's talk about girls basketball. They have got 2 games left of their district season. So this Friday, if you want to find them, they will be here at Smithson Valley against Bernie Champion. A good big game here at 6:30. And then next Tuesday, we will head right down the road to Piper for their last district game of the season. So again, they're having a really good season. And if you want to be a part of it, those are your last 2 chances for the district season. Boys basketball's got 5 district games left. This Friday, they will head to Bernie Champion. And then if you want to see them here in our gym, next Tuesday we will host Piper here. Again, varsity starts at 6:30. This Friday and Saturday, our phenomenal wrestling team is going to head to the SAISD Convention Center, and they are going to have their district meet. So kind of the peak of their season. After this, they'll move into their regionals and into state. And if their performance up until this point is any indicator, I think we're going to have a lot of things to celebrate from wrestling next week. Girls soccer, in the heart of their district season, girls will be here at SV versus Veterans Memorial this Friday at 7:15. They will head to Canyon next Tuesday, and then the boys will be the opposite. So this Friday, our boys will be at Veterans Memorial, 7:15. And if you're looking to find them here at Ranger Stadium, next Tuesday, they will take on Canyon here at SV.
Another group we want to highlight for next week is our cheer girls. They are headed to Orlando for their national competition next week. So it's a big week for them. They're not going till the end of the week
Yes.
next week, but we want to highlight them now because it's coming up very quickly. And we're very excited about that.
Yeah, I'm excited to give them a send-off
Yeah.
because they've done it for all of our programs, so it's going to be nice for all of us to get to celebrate
Yeah.
them. So we will have a send-off some point next week.
Yeah. Some other things we have coming up around campus, our FFA kids are heavy into show season, so we're very excited about that for them. And I want to highlight next week is Counselors Week. So you guys go tell your counselors how much you appreciate them and love them. So we appreciate everything they do for our kids.
Yes. And that was only a little bit of athletics I talked about. This is the heart of our year. So we have a lot of teams that are just now kicking off. They're getting into their preseason, they're in scrimmage season, they're in early tournament season. Golf this Friday and Saturday will head to Canyon Springs to take on NEIST. So you can find boys and girls varsity golf there at Canyon Springs Friday. Track today on Wednesday has their first dual meet at Canyon High School. Look forward to giving you all the results from that because, as usual, Coach Jones got a strong group. Softball is in the middle of their scrimmage season. So they had an inter-squad this past Saturday, went to Churchill, I believe, last night. And then if you want to see them here at SV this Friday, they will have a scrimmage against Taft High School at 6:30. So good opportunity to get kind of a glimpse of what our softball program is looking like. Baseball has their first scrimmage this Saturday at San Marcos. They will be playing both San Marcos and Alamo Heights. So if you feel like taking a drive on Saturday, it's a great opportunity to get a preview of our baseball team. And then tennis is right in the middle, or right at the start of their season. So this Friday, our varsity will head to Steele and Clemens for their invitational. So like I said, almost every sport except the fall ones are going right now. Drive up here one day, there's going to be something going on.
Busy, always
Yes.
busy.
Yep. So thank you for tuning in. We look forward to seeing you next week, bringing you more positive results from all of our student athletes and other students involved in extracurriculars. We hope you have a wonderful week, and go Rangers.
Go Rangers.